Hello everyone, today we will explain the intense story of Chainsaw Man Part 2, from Chapter 98 to the latest, Chapter 220. Finally, Part 2 feels slow reading it weekly, but it's actually too complex to understand easily. I get it, Chapter 98 was praised as a god-tier start, but then the mood shifted to its losing steam, and some readers even dropped off. Exactly, so please clear up this confusion. Okay, let's review Part 2, to prepare for the upcoming climax. Warning, this video contains full spoilers up to Chapter 220. Please be careful if you don't want to be spoiled. First, let's start with Denji and Asa's school arc. Part 2 started from Chapter 98, right? Right, the story begins from the perspective of accidentally kills the class pet, a gloomy high school girl who doesn't fit in, by tripping. She vomits from shock. This trip and vomit sequence is actually huge foreshadowing, so please remember it. What kind of foreshadowing is that? Later, while Asa was depressed at home, her teacher and the class president came to visit, suggesting they go to Bucky's grave together. She has nice classmates. However, on the way to the grave, the class president reveals she made a contract with the Justice Devil. That was too sudden. Out of jealousy toward the teacher, the president slashed Asa's face with her claws. Wait, she died, didn't she? Just when she thought her life was over, the war devil Yoru, who was there, took over her body and started living inside Asa. Immediately using her ability to turn guilt into strong weapons, she overkills the president with the Tanaka spinal cord sword and a grenade. That's crazy, but feels good. Yes, that's TatsukiFujimoto for you. The exhilaration is addictive. Still, it was a surprise that the war devil appeared right from Chapter 98. Yeah, in Part 1, Makima mentioned war as one of the concepts that should disappear, so it shocked readers back then. So, what is the goal of Yoru, who made such a spectacular entrance? To defeat Chainsaw Man and make him vomit up nuclear weapons. She's fired up from the start. Meanwhile, Denji is living a slow life with Nayuta Makima's reincarnation in a normal apartment, going to high school while she goes to elementary school. I'm glad he got the normal life he dreamed of. But even if it looks normal, Denji is still being Denji. In Part 2's world, Chainsaw Man is a hero, so Denji transforms out of selfishness, hoping someone will realize his identity so he can be popular. So Denji hasn't changed at all. Let's organize Part 2's structure. It's a double-protagonist story with Denji and Asa. These two are impulsive, so they aren't intentionally driving the plot. Then, who is creating the story flow? There are three factions. First is Public Safety, the organization Denji belonged to in Part 1. A key character to watch in Part 2 is Hirofumi Yoshida. He acts as a key man, shaking Denji's heart from the beginning to the latest chapters. I'm curious about Public Safety and Yoshida's moves. Second is the Chainsaw Man Church. On the surface, it's a cult where believers worship Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man has finally become a god of a suspicious religion. But that's just the surface. The problem is, they have a hidden agenda. A hidden agenda? Yes, the key man for the church is the vice leader Barum. In Part 1, he was controlled by Makima and belonged to Public Safety Division 5. Right. That Barum goes wild in Part 2. Third is Yoru's big sister. I'll explain her later, so look forward to it. Ew, exciting. The important point is that in Part 2, these three factions unite and split for one specific goal, and Denji's will is not involved at all. EI is Denji getting dragged into trouble without knowing anything again. Denji's head is full of dirty thoughts and wanting to be popular, how he faces the schemes of each faction. That chaotic story is Part 2. Now, in the early part of this double-protagonist story, the plot starts moving from Chapter 100. Chapter 100 starts with Denji and Asa meeting Bucky, the vice leader, and Denji arrives to meet Bucky. Denji is Asa meets Harifumi Yoshida when joining the Devil Hunter Club. Devil Hunter Club is a name that would get laughed at on a resume. Asa and Yuko start a friendship over borrowing shoes. But in Chapter 105, Yuko reveals she made a contract with the Justice Devil. The next day, with a twisted sense of justice, Yuko moves to kill Asa's bullies, using the Devil's power. Asa and Yoru fight back, creating a super strong uniform sword from her own uniform to finish Yuko off. The name sounds like a weak sword though. Quite the opposite. Since her late mother bought it, it was a super strong weapon. On the other hand, when Yoru turned Yuko's leg into a sword, it was weak. Even if Yoru used her ability, wasn't Yuko her only friend? It means Yuko meant only that much to Asa. After the chaos, Yuko, who was still alive, visits Asa's home to say goodbye. After leaving Asa, Yuko gets decapitated, and there was the shadow of Chainsaw Man. Next is the aquarium arc. Asa wants to stop others getting hurt because of her, like Yuko, so she starts helping Yoru defeat Chainsaw Man. She targets Denji, who is selling cigarettes made from picked up butts to homeless people. She found the perfect guy. She doesn't know Denji is Chainsaw Man yet, but she invites him on an aquarium date to turn him into a weapon, and he agrees instantly. Denji is seriously easy. But Asa, having no friends, fails the date with her socially awkward moves. Asa might be the female version of a stereotypical nerd. While Asa and Yoru are arguing, the girl from the Devil Hunter Club, who helped during the Yuko fight, appears. She suddenly drops the bomb that she is Yoru's big sister, the Famine Devil, aka Control, War, Famine, Death. The Four Horsemen sisters theory is confirmed. The aquarium date fails. They get trapped by the Eternity Devil again, but manage to escape thanks to Uru's bizarre ability. So the original goal of turning Denji into a weapon failed. Later, as a revenge match, they decide to have a date at Denji's house. Ooh, a house date. More than that, Yoru suddenly kissed Denji at his house. Huh, that's wild. But Nayuta saw it. In the end, Nayuta's power altered Ace's memory to make her think she stood Denji up. After getting stood up in her memory, Harifumi Yoshida appears before Asa. Asa is popular. While it wasn't a good event, he warns her to stay away from Denji for no specific reason. Yoshida seems to be working to maintain Denji's normal life. While Asa looks exhausted from everything, she encounters the Falling Devil, one of the primal fears. Encountering a primal fear devil is insane. Yeah, Denji rushes to help, but can't escape. A Chainsaw Man look-alike saves them, catching the falling Asa. Denji dominates the devil's brain to make humans taste like crap, causing the devil to vomit. Too gross. By the way, who is that other Chainsaw Man? Denji and Asa survive but are unconscious. Fami and Nayuta are near them. What? Actually, in Chapter 122, while Asa encountered the Falling Devil, Fami and Yoshida were having tea at a cafe. There, one of the key terms of Part 2, Nostradamus' Great Prophecy, is discussed. Yoshida says the prophecy predicts the King of Terror will descend in July 1999, implying human extinction. Human extinction. Devils have been rampaging, but humanity survived, so it feels a bit late to worry about that. But public safety doesn't think so. Because experiments using the future Devil's site judged the prophecy to be credible. And in Chapter 131, after the Falling Devil battle, Nayuta and Fami discuss the prophecy to the Age of Devils will come, and we won't be able to eat pizza or Chinese food. Fami, using the War Devil's power might prevent this, so she tried to capture Yoru this time. Things are moving without Asa and Denji knowing, and they just get dragged in. But we now know that public safety and Fami share a common interest, the Nostradamus Prophecy. In the next arc, public safety and the church start moving in earnest, revealing their agendas. After the Falling Devil arc, church believers start protests, clashing with public safety. Security is at its worst level. At the same time, Yoshida starts monitoring and protecting Denji more aggressively than before. Oh, why? To prevent Denji from seeing the protests, note that Yoshida's protection is starting to include his personal feelings. Personal feelings. In chapter 133, Yoshida gets angry at Denji, who still wants to be Chainsaw Man, even when threatened with Nayuta's death, shouting, "Are you okay if Nayuta dies?" True Denji is no longer just a protection target for Yoshida. His feelings reach Denji, and he starts living a normal life with Nayuta. Then, in chapter 145, public safety investigates the devil Denji and Asa fought, revealing it was the Justice Devil. The Justice Devil is the one Yuko and the Prez contracted with, right? However, rumors spread that the devil the church believers contracted with wasn't the Justice Devil. Too much information. Denji comes to a department store amusement park with Nayuta and public safety's Fumiko Mifune. There, they encounter Barum, the church vice. It is revealed that the devil Barum made believers contract with was actually the Fire Devil. Fire Yuko, staring at a bonfire before attacking the school, was foreshadowing this. The Fire Devil's ability is transforming into the form the contractor desires. So Yuko and the Prez became monsters because that's what they desired. Exactly, but the Fire Devil's power depends on the number of contractors. When they contracted, there weren't many, so the power was weak, resulting in low reproducibility of their desired forms. Yuko Prez. The problem starts here. Barum secretly made believers contract with the Fire Devil, unleashing 350,000 fake chainsaw men worldwide. They can't control the power, reveals and the church's goal is to defeat the King of Terror, appearing in 6 months to save humanity. Surface, a fan club of believers. Hidden side, defeating the King of Terror. To do that, the church used protests to manipulate public opinion, inciting fear to make Chainsaw Man and Yoru super strong. The church wants to save humanity, so they want to strengthen war and Chainsaw Man. War is getting stronger, but Denji decided not to become Chainsaw Man due to his promise with Yoshida. That's a problem. So Barum burned down Denji's house with his dogs and cat inside. What? He burned it. Pushed past his limit, Denji transforms, but because of the fake Chainsaw Men rampaging, people recognize him as a danger and attack him. They treated him like a hero before. Nayuta saves the injured Denji, but she also gets attacked by the mob and goes missing. Denji, having broken his promise with public safety, is captured and dismembered. In chapter 157, Asa and Fami move to rescue the detained Denji. They recruit Samurai Sword, Quangxi, and Fiends, succeeding in retrieving Denji. In chapter 161, when they put the dismembered Chainsaw Man back together, Asa finally learns his identity as Denji. Right, Yoru wants to fight him immediately, but she promised to save him if he helps find Nayuta, so they start searching for her. But they can't find her anywhere. Then, in chapter 161, at a sushi restaurant, the mastermind Barum appears. Barum says he needs Chainsaw Man's true power, erasure. For that, he needed Denji's misery and the public's fear. First, Barum started the fire. Still somewhat safe. Then, on the sushi conveyor belt, Nayuta's severed head appears before Denji. Ugh. Thanks to that, in chapter 171, Denji falls into despair, and Black Chainsaw Man appears. As soon as he appears, public safety begins experimenting with Pochita's ability. Are the church and public safety working together? Exactly. Even if they seem like enemies, if their interests align, they cooperate. They'll do anything for their goal. When the ear fiend was eaten, public safety used prisoners to confirm that ears actually disappeared from the world. So Pochita's ability is... Yes, it's proven he can erase concepts. He eats... Public safety immediately instructs the aging devil, a primal fear, through a mirror. While Pochita rampages, Yoru turns her kin, the tank devil and gun devil, into arms weapons to power up. Turning not just the gun devil, but the tank devil into weapons is crazy. As expected of the war devil, faced with overwhelming power, Pochita can only hold up a blood donation board. That makes no sense. It's Pochita's way of saying, I need blood. But humans fled, so the one who gave blood was the aging devil. The aging devil wants to be eaten by Pochita, so he can't have him getting weak. Wait, wouldn't public safety be in trouble if the aging devil is eaten? No, this is public safety's main goal in part 2. What do you mean? In chapters 186 and 174, Fumiko reveals public safety's goal is human evolution for survival. To achieve this, they need Chainsaw Man to eat the aging devil. Public safety wants to evolve humans to prevent extinction. The church wants to strengthen Pochita to defeat the terror. Different methods, same goal. It makes sense they teamed up. But Chainsaw Man tries to kill the aging devil instead of eating him. Yoru and Denji are sent to another dimension by the aging devil, starting Kid Denji's bizarre battle. Pochita forces Denji to vomit up devils, making him remember his power and the trip with Aki, restoring his will to live. Denji realizes his stomach is connected to Pochita. The scene where Hirofumi Yoshida comes out of Denji's mouth. Just watching it makes me sick. Disgusting. But thanks to that, Yoshida summons the octopus devil from Pochita via Denji's mouth, sacrificing Fumiko's heart. He drags the aging devil into the other dimension and makes a ceasefire pact to escape. After the battle, Denji learns from Asa that Yoru is thinking of something super crazy that she can't even say out loud. Super crazy. Too crazy to say yet. So frustrating. Meanwhile at school, the famine devil Fami appears. Fami, that one. No, the real Fami. Then the high school girl we thought was Fami. She was the Death Devil, aka Itrin. Also, the mysterious Chainsaw Man-like character was revealed to be a fake Chainsaw Man. So Fami was Shichin, and the other guy was a fake. The two are cooked by the falling devil and easily stabbed by the Death Devil, who orders them to plunge people into terror. Just then, Yoru and Denji are biking furiously, and finally, Denji encounters the fake Chainsaw Man.
What?
Denji beats the fake, but the important point is the Fire Devil appearing behind Denji when he won. Another battle. You will choose between two options again. Don't make a mistake next time, it said. Denji makes mistakes often though. Meanwhile, Yoru was fighting the falling devil. Then, news breaks that the US fired a nuke at Russia. Makima said in chapter 84 that Pochita ate nuclear weapons, right? Pochita didn't vomit them up. America redeveloped nukes. Thus, Yoru amplifies the fear of war and fully awakens. She becomes strong enough to turn the falling devil into a uniform with just rock, paper, it's getting too chaotic to understand. Denji meets Shichin and Fami. He learns Yoru plans to turn Chainsaw Man into a weapon to kill the Death Devil and erase the concept of death. Gross. And in a deathless world, start an endless World War II, creating a world where people hate and hurt each other forever. Did she lose her mind from getting too strong? But Shichin showed Denji her panties, so his head is full of panties. He heard the plan but didn't listen at all. Idiot. Then Fumiko sends him a sexy selfie, and strangely, Yoshida visits with pizza. Yoshida has always taken care of Denji, cleaned up his mess, threatened him, advised him as a friend, and saved him in Yeah, because of that background, Yoshida has ranked up as an important friend to Denji. The only male friend since Aki died. Yes, so to plunge Denji into despair, Yoshida had to explode. What? Then Barum pops up out of nowhere and uses a flamethrower on Yoshida, adding fuel to the fire. Why destroy Denji this much? Because Pochita's power is essential to counter Yoru Fami. Opening her eyes suggests it's all part of the plan. And Denji transforms into Black Chainsaw Man again. This time he catches Barum and Pochita eats him. Even Pochita couldn't forgive Barum. Immediately after, a mass of doors resembling the darkness, Devil appears in the sky, and Yoru arrives. Yoru rejects the Death Devil's proposal. Her only goal is a duel with Pochita. However, a shocking fact, Yoru says her record against Pochita is 1 win, 1 loss. That's why Yoru wants to settle it in this fight. So the battle begins, and Pochita instantly obliterates Yoru. He won. He should have, but Yoru revives again and again. Why? Just like Makima contracted with the PM to use Japanese citizens as scapegoats, Yoru contracted with the California governor to make 32 million people bear her death. Teeter. Meanwhile, in the mental world alleyway, Asa is chasing someone, and Denji is chasing Asa. Who is Asa chasing? Her mother, her elementary school past is revealed. One day at the river, her unemployed, cheating father lost a leg to a devil attack. Indescribable, complicated feelings. Her mother asked Asa to get a devil hunter, but while Asa was gone, her mom died trying to save the dad. Even more complicated. But Asa trips, as usual, always tripping at key moments. Asa says she tripped on purpose to delay saving her father, so she tripped to kill him. Self-suggestion. I tripped because I'm the kind of person who trips when my dad is in danger. This became a bad habit. The reason she vomited when she tripped and killed Bucky in Chapter 98 was because of this background. The one who saved her from that curse was Denji, saying, "I'm a good person." Denji is extra reliable when cheering Asa up. Then Asa shows her resolve. I killed many people, remembered my dad. I can't forgive myself anymore. Her resolve is to have Denji eat her, using Pochita's power to erase the War Devil along with her. And this might connect to the Fire Devil's warning. Asa's plan. Yes, Denji is being forced to choose whether to eat Asa or not, or rather, how to save Asa and Yoru. Denji tried to save Nayuta, control Devil by living with her and hugging her, based on Pochita's advice. So he might save Asa and Yoru in some way this time too. Yeah, if they are erased, they can't be saved. Denji is being asked how he will end the fight. Emotional climax. And in Chapter 195, Asa, who was afraid of dying, commits suicide without hesitation to stop Yoru. In that opening, famine, death, and Swordman blow Yoru to bits. Swordman urges Pochita to eat Yoru Pochita. Pochita decapitates all his allies. Please check the rest of this thrilling development on Jump Plus, which is currently available. Thank you for watching until the end. This channel posts summaries, explanations, and rankings about Chainsaw Man. If you like Chainsaw Man, please subscribe and like. See you in the next video.